It should be going live. Is it going live? Is it going live? It says you're live. I can only believe it. So let's hope it's factual, right? Is it factual? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I assume we're here. If you can see me, hello. Hopefully you can see me. If you want to rebroadcast, sorry, that first 15 seconds was nothing really. But we should be good. If you can hear me, type the word ready. And then we'll know that we're all ready to go. And I'll also see how long the delay is. Hopefully there's not a long delay, because that would be annoying. But I don't think there is. We should be fine. Well, they just say no more latency, so that might be a little while. But okay, well, we'll have to go with it. It should be in good. The stream should be in good quality. I mean, that's just as important as anything else, right? There's at least a 20-second delay here, which is not perfect. Oh, there it is. Look. Yeah, there's quite a big delay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is quite a big delay. Anyway, then, let's get into this save. Arsenal, Manchester United, 36 points is what we're on right now. So that's pretty good. I mean, things are looking up. There is quite a big delay. Like, I'm only seeing readies now, which is... Okay, well, look, we'll battle on regardless. YouTube's a fantastic streaming platform. Everton, Tottenham, Napoli, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth and Wolves. 4 of those are definitely winnable. In terms of the league matches anyway, I think we can definitely beat the bottom 4, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth and Wolves. Tottenham and Everton, tricky games, but both at the Emirates. So I'd give us a decent chance. Last time we beat Liverpool 1-0, so we're looking good. How are we all, though? Good? Well? Happy? Good to see so many people back again for another stream. I'll be live for a couple of hours. I don't know how long. I have to tear myself away from FIFA at the moment to do this, but I'm enjoying it, actually. The last few days have been really, really good. So, yeah. I swear there's someone who waits for your notifications to pop up just so they can dislike your videos. What a life they lead. But I like how committed they are. They're probably a big fan, so it's okay. I don't mind. They can do as they please. It's not affecting me, and it doesn't show up on my thing. It says concurrent viewers, likes, and chat revenue. So I've got no idea until you tell me about it. But I think they're there every video. Bless them, keeping it up. You know, fighting the good fight. I just hope that when they go to sleep at night, they're happy. I suspect they're probably not, but that's, you know, I feel like they should be trying to be a bit more constructive with their lives rather than waiting for me to upload so they can be like, I disapprove of this. But they're free to do what they like, you know. I've not uploaded my tactic to Steam, no, because I've not made a graphic for it. I don't want to just upload it. I mean, if you really want it, Lamb, there it is. I won't move for 5 seconds at least, or 10 seconds. You could pause the screen even. That is the tactic right there. Custom vertical tiki-taka, but with this all going on, so it's not really tiki-taka so much anymore. It kind of is, but not really. There you are then, right? 2 days before we play Everton, so hopefully they'll be rested. A lot of them need the rest apparently. We might give them an extra little bit of rest here because they had a tough game against Liverpool. So I guess we'll see how we do. Hopefully they'll be a little bit fitter. Tottenham as well around the corner, a team that last season causes all sorts of issues. So, you know, be busy this morning. A little bit of busyness, a little bit of FIFA-ness. You know, I've had a fun time of it. But yeah, I've got lots of things in the old pipeline that are being worked on at the moment. FA Cup, I'm not going to draw all these teams. Just give us an easy draw. Just a League 2 team. Ipswich, Championship side. All right, not too bad. Lincoln have got Liverpool. I'm just looking for the other big teams. United have got Oxford, so that's not too bad. Who have City got? I can't see it. No, someone else has probably seen it by now. Is it? That's at the top. That's why. Charlton away. So it's quite routine for everyone, really. Tottenham got Burton. Everyone's got relatively easy matches, which is a bit of a shame. I don't think there are any personal instructions. There might be a few on the Shadow Strikers, but just, use it as you would use it. Hey, then, totally a botanist. Good to see you. You've pre-ordered FM20. I haven't yet. I haven't. When's FM20 coming out? In about a month, probably. Thoughts on FIFA 20? Really good. It's a good game. I mean, there's like a few things I'm not happy with. Like some of the things on FIFA are not correct in terms of online gameplay, but it's not bad. Like it's the best for a while. Defending's hard again, so that's good. Boris NG is a regen we signed from Dortmund. ND, who's got Nzitsa Dibba, So I just went with ND rather than trying to have to pronounce that every time he has a shot. It's laziness that's caused it, really. How you doing, Roland? Okay. Everton, let's kick things off well. I feel like we always start a little slowly, so starting with a win would be fantastic. And then we can power through towards those Champions League games. I mean, say Champions League games, final Champions League game, a game which we have to win. For those that let me keep up with the group, it's very tight between ourselves, Napoli, and Bayern Munich, sorry. So, yeah, we play Napoli knowing that we've just got a draw and we go through. But if we lose, then we're probably going to go into the Europa League, which is not perfect. Only Dalton Lashley's struggling, so we're actually going to keep the same 11. We've got a tough game coming up soon against Tottenham, but I'm going to go with our strongest lineup. Although does Randy Decker's feature in our best lineup? He probably does. He's going to get a start today ahead of Oliveira, who can maybe play in the Spurs game. Good morning, Toronto. Hi. What's the saddest sale you ever made on Football Manager? When Ben Hur left me in Thames, that was quite sad. But it was less of a sale and more of a see you then. Did I have a guy called... What was the guy? I forget his name. He was like a Polish wonder kid, I think. Oh, I forget his name. I want to say it began with H, but I can't remember. Like Haddock, but I don't think it was that. That I sold to PSG when I was Thames manager. That was quite sad as well. I didn't want to have to do that, so that was a shame. I'm going to put this in 2D. I'm so sorry for like 3D, but no, 2D. I do have a Discord group. It's discord.gg/DrBenji. See? So easy to find. So easy to find. Right, then let's see if we get the business done. As early on, Boris has got a chance. He's been tackled. Deckers is there, and we should have probably scored early doors, but it's not happened. We're now in a two-horse race, it feels a little bit like. Ourselves and United, so we'll keep an eye on what they're doing. Oh, and Boris, ND, 10 minutes in, 5th of the season. He's been injured, so if you're wondering how he's not really been scoring much, he's had a bit of an injury issue. And he's been out of form since then, so it's nice for him to get back on the score sheet. Hopefully he can get a few more. Lovely header from the lad. But again, we'll need to keep an eye on what United do. Their goal difference is better than ours, so they're always going to be top, which is annoying. But I've really been enjoying the battle. It's nice when you're doing well and you're playing like relatively consistently, even if you are in the occasional game against Burnley where you draw 2-2. Nobody wants that, do they? But you have to take the rough with the smooth, as they say. As this is some lovely play from Everton. They probably should have done more with it. If we counter from this, Everton are going to be livid. A really nice bit of play from them. Boris has gone through, had 4 shots in the space of 1 second, and it's rebounded out to Nelson. Just joined. You're welcome. Thanks, Iker. You're welcome. Thoughts on AW? I've not seen it. Happy to see you also love a bit of the lit in this game. Yeah, he is good. Am I from Australia? G'day, mate. No, I'm not from Australia, but I do like Australia. I'd like to go one day. It's just really far, isn't it? I've hit the bar and it's cleared. Yeah, I would love to go to Australia. It's just too far to get to. Doing like 7-8 hours to New York is bad enough. So doing like 18 to Australia, I'd have to go first class. Basically, when I'm on I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here and I get to travel in perfect happiness, that's when I'll do it, I think. So I'll wait for that, shall I? I'll just wait for that. That's when I'll go to Australia. At the moment, it's way too far. Who's winning the Champions League this year? I think like it's probably a bit basic to say, but I think City have got their best chance, really. I think there's priorities for other clubs elsewhere. Oh, Boris. Boris is back. I love to see it. Love the ladder in the backdrop, yeah. It's because I'm climbing up the league table, mate. No, it's for the loft. I just haven't moved it in 3 days. We used it to get the suitcases down before we went away, and we've not put the suitcases back up. So until we put the suitcases back up, the ladder stays in my office rather than the shed. So I'm gonna get that done today. I also said I'd tidy my office yesterday during yesterday's stream. Didn't happen. That's one of the most dominant halves of football you're gonna see in the Premier League anyway. No shots on target for Everton, only 3 shots registered. But we are only 2-0 up, so we need to score another one, at least. Don't go to Australia, too many snakes and spiders. Depends where you go. I can't imagine they're everywhere, right? Like, I imagine if you go to like a metropolitan part of Australia, it's not too bad. Anyway, ball played in, and it should have maybe been a third. United have won or winning their game, I should say. Beating Liverpool 2-0. Zaruki on the score sheet. If anyone's going to stop us winning a title and gunning for it, it's going to be them, isn't it? They're supposed to be in a little rough period now of tough games, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We've beat them as well this season, so it's our results against other sides that's costing us at the moment. As Reece Nelson with another free kick. You'd love to see it. So you're showing 75,000 on Twitter. You watching the streams? Yeah, I've caught a few of them. When I first got into watching FIFA on YouTube, he was like the first guy I remember watching on his RTGs years ago. Like, so I didn't really know about because I was on YouTube before there was gaming on YouTube, years and years ago on a different channel, and I wasn't aware of like the gaming community. But then I started playing Call of Duty and started to realize there was a big Call of Duty community in like 2010, 2011. And then at the same time, sort of got hooked on the FIFA community as well. And watching all the guys that posted FIFA. Those were the days when life was simple. And then he introduced me to Minecraft with the likes of Trout and Shifty and those lot. It was great. Those were the days. There was a difficult period in my life, and watching their videos was helpful. I've been promoted to Premier League with a League 2 team, but knowing FM20 is coming out, do I commit to winning the Champions League or focus on FM20? You've got weeks yet, mate. Go for it. Go for it. I don't know how much you play a day, but give it a good week. You might get there. Get a couple of seasons done in a week. Come on. Looks like this is going to be game over. I probably should have rested the boys, but I was reading the chat, so I've sort of not paid enough attention. And time seemed to disappear quite quickly after our last goal, so yikes. They're everywhere, really. I'm not up for we're talking about Australian snakes and spiders for those that have just joined. Apparently they're everywhere, which makes me nervous. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy that. What, even in like offices, though? Spiders are everywhere. Oh. I'm not a fan of spiders or snakes. At all. Not at all. Isn't this for beta supposed to be out already, or did I miss it? No, it's out in a couple of weeks, probably. Be prepared, viewers. Traditionally, it's out in a couple of weeks, so no one knows a date. The only people that know the date are Miles and the Football Manager account. Blackcurrant, if anyone's wondering. Yeah, Air Japes I used to watch back in the day. That sort of FIFA 12, FIFA 13 period of time. I'm going to have to rest the team again here because we play Tottenham in a couple of days. And we are getting more and more tired. And the worst bit is, this is only the start of the start of the December period. Which is not good at all, is it? Let's face it. Heads up about Gunduzi, he wants to leave. I mean, I tried to sell him in the summer. I'll discuss it with him. I'll go, what's up, mate? He's fine, apparently. That went well. I took the day off work, and now I'm getting to watch the stream with my son. Good way to start the day. I'll try and keep my language at an absolute level of happiness. If I don't, then I'll do a warning. Are you done with City Skylines? No, not at all. It's just like... it's just a flow of things, isn't it? I will return to it and complete it. City Skylines doesn't come out every year, so it's not like there's a time limit on it. I've just been away for a week, and the week before that I was planning for the week I was away, and now I'm back, and I'm just trying to have a chilled week without recording videos too much. Hence we're doing streams and just chilling out with you lot, really. And I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch in the next couple of weeks as well, more and more, so... once I've got this all sorted, I'll probably stream some FIFA and other games. I need to give Planet Zoo a go at some point as well. I've not seen any of it so far. I've watched nothing. Hey Ben, I recently won the Champions League after 15 seasons with them. Wrexham. And also won the Prem twice. Third best club in the world now, ahead of Madrid. It's going to be sad to leave them for FM20. Yeah, you'll find next year tough, I imagine. I've been there. When you have a really big save, get that done. When you've had a really big save, it's really difficult to move on from. I've had that with some YouTube saves before. Like Thames felt like that, and Salford did. Thames was the worst for me though, because I didn't finish that project. Wow, have you seen that preview there? By the way, Arsenal 112, Tottenham 112, drawn 7. It's completely even. So this is the decider, sort of. Let's take a look at the team then for this one. We're not really fully fit, but this is undoubtedly our best 11, and it's an 11 that's performing really well. So I can't really change it, can I? Like, it's got to be this. I mean, Oliveira could come in, but our attacking midfielders are actually like relatively fit. Deckers is going to drop to the bench again, though. Didn't see much of him in the last game, so let's see how we get on. Anyone in the chat from India? Sano asks. You still miss Thames now, so do I, mate. Do the cockroaches fly in other parts of the world? I've never really seen a cockroach live in the world. I mean, unless it was maybe like a zoo, but then cockroaches aren't the sort of thing you have at zoos. In England, you get the odd house spider, and that's pretty much it. I was sat at my desk the other day, actually. If you don't like spiders, you probably won't enjoy this. I was sat here the other day, like 2 weeks ago, and I felt like a little tickle on my foot. I was like, what is that? I looked down, there's this spider crawling up my leg. I'm like, whoa, get it off me. And I don't even know where it went. I just sort of flicked it away, and that was that. So it could be anywhere now. It could be starting a family somewhere. Probably is. Horrifying. And it wasn't like a small spider either. It was a relatively big spider. It's probably like the size of one of these poker chips, would be my guess. Yeah, it's probably about that big. Like leg-wise. Body wasn't obviously that big. But I was like, whoa, get off me. Not ideal. We look proper nervous. My halftime scene talk is going to be important. And Randy Deckers is going to come on with about 20 to go and score a wonder goal again, I think. Is there anything we could change tactically? Maybe. Let's calm them down. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, though. Look, come on, boys. I'm far from pleased. We can do better than this. You've got the ability, I should say, to make a real difference today. There we are, look. What a team talk. That might be just all it needs. Because we're a better side than Spurs. You have flying cockroaches in Australia. Forget it. I'm not coming then. That's been decided. You've made my mind up for me. Nelson. Whipped. Boris. Oh, it should have been a goal. How has it not been a goal? They're playing really badly as well. So for as badly as we're playing, and we are playing badly, I'm going to make the first move. Deckers and Herrera coming on. We look a little better now, though. We're going to encourage. A little bit of encouragement. Kepa with a goal kick. I mean, they've got all the space in the world to do this in their midfield. It's where they're in transition. When we get it back, can we do the business? He's got a lot of space, hasn't he? Oh no, don't let him score. That's the pitfall of this formation, viewers. That is the pitfall of this formation. Oh, I don't like it. Let's shout at them again. They're focused. Is there any hope for us? There's a highlight at least. I'm going to bring Nissan on for Oliveira. He's had a really quiet game. And we'll just play this. Deckers to play make a little deeper as well. Right, there's still a chance for us. That's a very ambitious delivery. And we're not anywhere near it. We should maybe have changed play, or maybe played the other system for this match, actually. I think against the lesser sides are Randy Deckers. Forget everything I said, viewers. Deckers, he's on a one-man mission. The two substitutes combine. There it is. What a bit of football from the two subs. Randy Deckers pinches it off him. The 6'4" powerhouse drives forward. Unstoppable is Deckers. And there's Herrera. Smashes it into the back of the net. And it's 1-1. And we're still going to make the changes, though. We're still going to go two up top. We're going to look for the winner now. Oh, no. Hopefully this goes to us. Koojman to Deckers. And here we go, look. Randy Deckers, beautiful ball up to Nissen. The pace of the substitute comes on. Burst past one into the area. Oh, it would have been a perfect story. Never mind. I did not watch AEW. I may well tune in and watch it when it's on, or like a replay or whatever, but I did not. Free kick to Arsenal. It's going to be 1-1. Have United lost this game? Have they lost? Or is it just us that plays? Assertively say, you are unlucky. Keep them motivated. Did they play? Tell me they played, please. Tell me United lost. Go on. I think they played a big team as well. They played like a Chelsea or a City, I think. So It would make sense because they had a tough game. Come on, tell me. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. They lost to Chelsea. Tal goes for it. Chelsea coming back into contention. This happened a few seasons ago. But we are now solely ahead. Can we get to be top at Christmas? That's the question. What a good bit of news for us then. Lovely stuff, viewers. Yeah, AEW is wrestling. For those that are unaware. Okay. So far, so good. I'm very much of the opinion with wrestling. Like, I watch Raw occasionally on Sky, but like, just change and make it 2 hours, please. I can't watch 3 hours. I've not watched a full 3 hours of Raw for like four or 5 years. Just change it. I don't watch wrestling. It's fake. Is it? Is it fake? Is it? Well, that's the news, isn't it? Sorry, everyone that's been watching it. I've got some bad news. Lam in the chat here has told us it's fake. We're idiots. I was bloody idiots. You know those films you're watching? They're not real. I hate to spoil it for you all, everyone. I'm sorry. Game of Thrones. Those dragons. I've got some bad news, everyone. Bad news. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to ruin the illusion. Lamb, we're not watching it because we think it's real. You silly Billy. Like, we're well aware. Oh, you've put it Josh Thomas. It's Jeff Thomas, but it's all right. Don't be daft. I hate that. Defensive, are you, huh? Defensive? Well, no, I just think the people that say wrestling's fake is like an insult to try and put down people's hobbies. Those people are stupid. I don't think I'm being defensive. I'm making a joke, if anything. Now I'm defensive. First time watching you live, Ben, whilst I take my seat on my throne. Well, congrats. Breaking Bad isn't a documentary. I've got some, again, bad news. Got some bad news. If you don't like wrestling, that's fine. I don't like anime. Like, you know, we've all got things we're not a fan of. But I don't ever, I never look at someone and go, "Oh, you're an idiot," because I don't like you because of your like wants to enjoy. Yeah, some of the players in this team aren't real. Right then, Arsenal versus Napoli. We've played each other twice. Again, this is the decider. I noticed we drew with Spurs, so no one's actually winning anything. Our team are so tired, and I can't really afford to rest. But I can't not rest. What a catch-22 we're in. We're going to have to refresh it a little bit. The fullbacks are going to have to play, though. They're too good. I think after last game, Randy Deckers is going to have to feature as well. Come on, boys. David Attenborough isn't real. David Attenborough's real. These documentaries are great. I love those. No, it's not that WWE is real. It's not that it's not real either. It's not like they know. It's not like they're trying to trick anyone anymore. Oh dear. What did Jack ask? I'm so confused. Oh, should Tomori should be included in the England squad? Can you stop like bantering in my chat about calling people's questions stupid? I'm not sure Tomori should be in it yet. I think Abraham's made a good case though, in terms of those two being in. You know, but I'm not sure. All right, this Connor guy is just getting timed out for a bit. He's just being daft. He knows he's being daft. I have 5 minutes to think about how daft you've been, and then come back and don't be daft, and everyone wins. Right, continuing on. 20 minutes in, we need to win this. Boris, oh, it's such a good chance. What's happening here? Don't mess this up. Okay, everything's fine. We've got to score though, because if we lose this and go into the Europa League, I'm just going to feel very sad. And while I don't think the Champions League is like hugely... I know you were, Jack. Don't worry. It's cool. 25 minutes gone. Still 0-0. We're gonna need a little bit more, aren't we? Not great from us. We're a bit lucky there. I might change the formation. Tomori's been just as good as Abraham. I don't really deny that. I just think that we've probably got better centre backs available to us than we have strikers at the moment. Like, I can't think of 4 strikers that have played better than... I'm just thinking, I can't think of 4 strikers that have been better than Abraham, but I can probably name 4 defenders that have... And the problem for Tomori is that he's just like, to bring him into the England squad right now and play him would be a bit like, whoa. There's guys there that have been there for a lot longer, which I think Southgate has to be loyal to. But, I don't know. Like, he's obviously had a good start to the year, and Lampard likes him a lot, and I'm sure in the future he'll play. But the thing with this is, we don't have to rush these players into the England starting 11. Like, you look at our under 21s, 23s right now, it's full of really... Or 20, is it 20... Do I mean 23s? Yeah, I do, don't I? No, under 21s, but 23s can play. Yeah, 21s. Like, the 21 squad is really good. Like, he's better off just being in there for a bit. Like, he doesn't need to be straight into the England team. Like, it's not... There's no point, really. Like, you've got to bed him into the system nice and properly, get him playing regularly for the 21s, and then move him up when it's right. Like, I hate the idea that they have, like, a good... We've had 7 games this season. Last year was at Derby. No disrespect to Derby, but he's at a different level right now. He's already proven he's, like, ready to be there. I don't even think he's played every Premier League game, has he? Well, Ashley Barnes, like the likes of Barnes and Deeney and... Oh, my God, is he off? Tell me he's off. He's off, right? He's off. Flipping it. We're changing the system. It's not going well. Switch those boys around. We could have played... No, I know what we're going to do. We're going to bring on Oliveira. And then play Deckers over here. Basically in a free roll, really. Half an hour to go. Oliveira, ball in. Deckers. Oh, no. That'd be good, though, wouldn't it? I think it's more the experience. He's not going to get a game. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like, I get that. I guess if he's not going to play. But at the same time, you don't necessarily have to call him into your actual 11. Tomori has 15 under 21 caps. Well, good. He could probably have more. Again, I don't think he needs to be rushed into the England team. He's not got nearly enough, like, top-level experience yet, in my opinion. Is this against me or for me? I'd be interested to know how many caps some of the other boys have got under 21 caps that have recently, like, broken into the team. It's sort of my example. I'll have a look. Hang on. So who's got recently promoted into the first team? It's slightly different for some players, like Trent, for example, because Trent got to 2 Champions League finals. So that was good. So there's Tomori. How many did Mount have, actually? There's another example. See, Mount barely had any. And he's been put in quite early. Same for Maddison. We do seem to be fast-tracking them a little bit. I don't really like it, though. I've got to be honest. Oh, we've scored. Hoosman. You'll have to see it. 17 for Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, I still don't love it. But I don't think it's... As someone said, he's probably not going to play, right? It's about having him there. Big goal this, by the way. Great touch from Hoosman. He's so little. I love him. Great. You ever seen the Red Bulls or NYCFC? No, I didn't. They did play though. They played Atlanta, not Atalanta. Juan Taylor Crossdale. I won't pretend I do, my friend, because that doesn't do anyone any favours. With that, Tarkowski's been completely forgotten about when Keane is, Yeah, well, I don't really think Michael Keane's particularly great. Not because of his error. I just don't think he's that great. Like, my England 11 at the moment would probably be... I mean, you can't really drop Pickford at the moment. He's not really done that much wrong for England. So it'd be Pickford, Trent, Stones, Maguire, Chilwell, probably at the moment. Then I'd have Henderson in that 3. See, I don't know what to make of Declan Rice at the moment, really. I'm not overly convinced by Rice, but I don't think he's that bad. But I would rather have Rice there than Eric Dyer or someone like that. So it's probably Henderson. And then at the moment, you'd probably put Mount in there, to be honest. Because I think the front 3, to me at least, is quite simple. But I think Mount, Henderson, and Rice would be quite good. I prefer Mount to Barkley. I'm not a massive Ross Barkley fan either. And then front 3 should be Sterling, Sancho, Kane. All the time, whenever possible, should be those 3. In my opinion. The midfield, though, that's the tricky bit. Yeah, see, Maddison's a funny one as well. Maddison and Mount, I think Mount's got a higher ceiling. Again, it comes to the idea that they don't have to be rushed in, though. Good FM streamers, you watch him on. Winks in the Rice role, maybe. I know a lot of people quite like Winks. I wouldn't put Dele Alli near the England's 11 at the moment. I don't think Dele Alli has been that good since that season he had pre-World Cup. Like, yeah, I've not been overly convinced. I've got to be honest. I've not been overly convinced. I'm still not overly sure what he does, and it's not really his fault. Like, he doesn't have to be pigeonholed into a role. That's a very sort of traditional way of thinking. But I think at some point, Dele Alli has to say, this is the sort of player I am. But he's quite, like, he's very, like, in my opinion, Dele Alli's hugely luxury. You know? Roster for Barkley isn't good. Right, I'm just going to look through to see if anyone said Ross Barkley isn't good. Because I didn't say that, so I'm just curious to see if anyone did, or if that's just this person's brain. That's that person's brain. No, mate, no one said he's not good. I said I'm not overly convinced by him. I didn't say he's not good. It's not the same thing. Yeah, Phil Foden is another one that just, you don't have to rush him in yet. Who was the third attacker? Jadon Sancho. Should always be Sancho. Sancho should be on the right, Sterling should be on the left, and Kane should be through the middle. And that's just what it should be. And the midfield and the defence can be set up for like sort of a conversation. He's a roaming CM that plays, or roaming attacking midfielder that plays like a central midfielder. Like, let's see where he plays on FM. I'm pretty interested to see how he is next year. Obviously, the acceleration things on fitness you can't really look at. He's 35, but it's interesting. Basically what I'm getting at is England aren't good enough to have a luxury player, so they're not really good enough to have a Dele Alli, in my opinion. Like, other teams in world football could definitely afford to do that, and I don't think England are one of them. Let's freshen things up. We're definitely going to have to give rest to basically the entire back line here. Which is not great because you're going to obviously lose quality doing this. But for one game away at West Ham, I know I'm going to lose it anyway. So it's like, we might as well rest players while we're doing that. I'm going to give... no, Boris is playing better recently. Why not? Alright. Completely different defence. Rashford not in with a shout? No. Not at the moment. Because I think Rashford should only really play as the number 9. And I think Kane's better. Basically. But I much prefer Kane. I think Kane's really good, to be fair. What do you mean by luxury player? I mean a player that doesn't offer huge amounts in terms of work rate. Like, his influence on a match is far more offensively than it is defensively. I don't doubt that Dele Alli is like got the ability to put himself about, but I don't think he's got a similar engine to someone like Henderson. And I don't think he's as creative or as like technically good as someone like Mason Mount. I think he's probably like a mixture of the two. But has obviously got, like, I think his movement off the ball's very good. But then if you don't have the ball all the time, then Dele Alli becomes a little bit of a passenger. From what I've seen for Spurs in England, like, I don't know if Spurs fans agree. They're better placed to make the judgment than I am. But yeah, I'm not fully sold on Ali. I think he's a talented kid. Don't get me wrong. I think he could be really good. I just think he needs to define what he is. Like, I wish he would just say I'm a central midfielder and try and be that and work at being that, because I think that's where he could be really, really strong. Like, as a central midfielder. But it's like he wants to score goals, so he wants to play a little bit further forward. I don't know. I think you're absolutely right about the idea of McTominay and similar players being good, but nothing unique or stellar, but having that fan affinity due to nationality or work rate. There's a few like that in the England team. Yeah. But but at the same time, right, it's about being honest about where they are as a team. Herrera is a little god. I love him. It's about, like, understanding where you're at. And that applies not just to the national team, but for league teams as well. You need to understand that you can't always be at the top on top. And there's going to be these, like, cycles that happen where teams aren't as good as other teams. It just happens. I'm a bit annoyed that Liverpool's took 25 years to start being good again. But and I think, like, players like McTominay that we talked about the other day, they're players that fans should be getting behind and are hoping they can drive them to be the next whoever, right? But you can't build your team around them necessarily. Sort of it's a bit of a catch-22. You can have them alongside real talent. And Fergie was good at this. Fergie had, like, some really average players in his side that without the world-class talent around them wouldn't have been as good. I don't think that's, like, a completely ridiculous thing to say. Like, United had lots of good players, but they had 4 or 5 all the time that were, like, in sort of the world-class category. So then even if you did have those average players, it wasn't too bad. But when you've only got like 1 or 2 world-class talents, you can't bed around them like 8 average players. Do you know what I mean? And I think United are in that situation at the moment. It can be tough. See, I can't. I'm not. Iconic games. This is the sort of comment that really annoys me, right? Actually, I'm going to read it out because I've already timed you out, and now I'm going to say this. Having a debate with my girlfriend, tried eggs or scrambled. I think you meant fried. I've scrambled, better for you. You've put, as a Liverpool fan, Hendo's effort is class, but his technical ability, and the word you've used is poor. It's not poor, is it? It's not got poor technical ability. He's not as good as Tony Kroos, you know? But it's not poor. That's where I find it frustrating. Like, the idea that he's not technically good is, like, so daft. No wonder my tyres are played. No wonder my players are tired. I've not made subs. Henderson is pivotal to Liverpool, on and off. He's so important. But he's more than just someone that runs a lot. Like, he's more than that. But whatever. It says a lot about Southgate that this England squad is liked. Not as much pressure as past generations. Lots of kids get a chance. Well, yeah, I mentioned all these things about, like, England squads and the way that United and Arsenal, Chelsea, etc. have got to try and bring through a few youth players alongside their talent because they've not really got a choice at the moment because they're so far behind the 2 dominant sides. And Tottenham are sort of in between, aren't they? Like, it's only going to benefit England that these players are going to get a chance. The Chelsea situation benefits England just as much as it does Chelsea at the moment, I think. But, you know. We had a conversation the other day. I don't know if people were in the stream. You may well have watched the rebroadcast. Well, we talked about the fact that, like, right now, Jurgen Klopp would pick Jordan Henderson over Paul Pogba, but everyone can see that Pogba's got more technical ability. But you're going to get 9 out of 10 performances from Pogba, as much as you're going to get 5s. Where with Henderson, you're always going to get 7 or 8s. Like, and that's the difference between those players. So to say Henderson's poor technically is daft, obviously. But yeah. Really, I'm just annoyed about the words you used. Like, I don't necessarily disagree with your point. Like, I'm just saying that if you're comparing him to the best midfielders in the world, then his technique is poor. But that's if you've got him in a list of 10 top midfielders and he's at the bottom of the list for passing or whatever. Like, but if you put him in the list of the 100, he's probably he's definitely in like the top third probably at the moment. I don't know. Maybe a big list, maybe 200. He's like a top 50 midfielder or something. So, you know. Right then, knockout draw. Who's in it? The unseeded teams. That's who we can face, right? So the ones we're looking for really, Hertha and Leverkusen, maybe Porto. I don't know how good the Milans are. Inter and AC, I don't know how good they are. We'll have that. That's not us then. I guess Atletico's... Actually, they're in ours. I guess City and Bayern are the ones to avoid. Okay. I don't know if I can face City, because I don't know if British can face British. Oh, man. This is suddenly a bit more unpleasant. Okay, that's us. Right. Are Milan good? Well, they're not bad. I mean, he's good. They're 5th in Serie A. Donnarumma's still there, obviously. They've not won the league for 4 years, so that gives me a bit of more hope, I guess. Who's the other games? Let's have a look. Bayern, Chelsea. That's a tough one for Chelsea. And then Leverkusen versus Atletico. The biggest game there is probably us and Chelsea. There's actually a lot of top teams missing there. Where are Real Madrid and Barcelona? What's happened? Who else is missing? There's someone else missing. Dortmund aren't there? Juventus? Where are these? Is the Europa League about to be a madness? So young boys are in it. Mainz. Barcelona are in the Europa League with Juventus and Real Madrid. Oh my word! Oh Real, that's so mad. Real had the best goal difference, but had the worst head-to-head. So with 12 points, that's crazy. It just seems wrong, doesn't it? That top group there. So the Europa League has just become crazy. I mean, that's mad. There's going to be some amazing teams in the Europa League. When's the draw for that? Are Liverpool in it? So who's in it, actually? So Liverpool are already there. That's obviously a big size. You've got Newcastle in it. Ajax, Roma, Bilbao. Wow, there's going to be some major teams. There's going to be some major teams in it. Hang on, are Dortmund there as well? Dortmund and Spurs. Did I miss those? Yeah, Dortmund are there and Spurs are there. I really want to see what the... Have they done the draw yet? So the draw's in a moment, isn't it? I'm desperate to see the draw so we can see the teams. Look at this Watford duo we've got coming up. That's crazy. I want to see this Europa draw. Right, they must have done it by now, right? Ah, it's not going to work. Is it, what's it even called? Euro Cup. No, I don't have the fix. You're spot on. You noticed. So let's see. Any big games there? Barcelona Feyenoord. I mean, in the future rounds of this, by the way, that's going to be incredible. With some of the sides there. Look at that run of teams. Madrid, Barca, Dortmund, Tottenham, Liverpool, Napoli, Celtic, Roma, Lazio, Ajax. That's just on that side. You've got Juve on the other side. You could have had Juve in that slot. Man, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be so interesting to I've got to try and remember and look at that when it comes to next year, technically. Wow. I would say there's almost bigger teams in the Europa than there is in the Champions League. Because you think about some of the sides that are in the Champions League, that's mad. You're literally missing. I can't get over that. You're literally missing, almost 6 of the top, 15 teams. Right? Liverpool, Tottenham, Dortmund, Juve, Barca, Madrid. That's crazy. And then I'm not even talking about Lazio, Napoli. Lazio, Roma, some of the others. If Aberdeen got Madrid, I didn't even notice. Crazy. All right then, Watford twice. Carabao Cup and then the league. I would much rather win in the league. But it's also good to win both. Are we away both times? At least it's not far to travel. No, the first one's at home. Okay. And then we've got a little gap, actually. We've got this 2-day gap, but then we've got a little gap before our next game. So we can kind of go all out with the teams here. I just noticed, by the way, well, not just noticed, I was aware it was happening, but we were chatting at the same time about football. Is that our backup defence beat West Ham 1-0. How did United get on? I think they had a tough game again. Oh, they lost. They lost. Brighton, not a tough game. They're crumbling. They are crumbling. They lost to Brighton. Hopefully Bournemouth beat them in a week. How you doing, Billy? Let's go. We've got a chance. We've got every chance to do this. Right. In fact, I'm going to quick pick. This is the best time to use quick pick because it gives you your 11 back. Nah, Delit's back in there. Dalton Lashley. I guess I'm going to save a few guys for the... Like Koeman, I'll save. Lahida, I guess, is getting rested. Herrera is a funny one. We'll put him on the bench. All right, that's pretty strong. I mean, we should be winning. They've put Fabrice in. That's why I'm getting confused. I want Guendouzi in there. I like the fact Guendouzi's a little bit taller. He's got some nice height in there. I'm a fan of that. It's also our only... Well, actually, no, Delit, of course. And they've got Curtis Jones, who turns really good on this year's FM. Really good. And then Davi, former player of ours. 14 and 17. He's actually in a bit of a dry patch then at the moment. Not scored for a few because he had like 14 in... I think he had 13 and 14, so... He's fallen off a little bit. I suspect he'll score a hat-trick today. Love the formation. Look, I'm formation man for a reason. We're doing things interestingly. Did my phone just go off? Or was it my iPad? I don't even know. Sooner or later, it's over. Name that song. I am listening to music. I've got a reason for these today. I can't play it on the stream, but I can listen to it. I could probably play a second of it. That. It's Iris, isn't it? Is that what it's called? Oh no. Win that. Lovely. And the break. Look at this. They can't handle the players. So many players. Ball in's good. No, it's not. It's really bad. Davy will get a review. I hope not. Oh. Come on, boys. Let's get it. Gibb. Please be on the edge. He's going to go and look at it. So, I mean, dear me. Treasure Planet, Ben. I don't know what Treasure Planet is. While the referee's doing this, can we get a like spike in the chat? If you're enjoying the stream, drop a like on it. We're at 33 at the moment. Let's see if we can top 100. There's 300 of you watching. I'm sure we can do it. Give it a whirl. Is Gibb getting called over? He's getting booked. Unbelievable. Can you not play music on YouTube like not on Twitch? You can't really do it on either, to be honest. You can't really do it on either. What is Treasure Planet? Thoughts on Liverpool last night. Fantastic first half. Poor second half, but we win again. So, you take it. It's been quite a boring half, but we are playing okay comparatively. They're not playing great. So it's one of those situations where a team talk here might be enough to force something, and I'm going to get aggressive, far from pleased, and send them straight out again, quickly. What music are you into, Ben? A bit of everything, mate. A bit of everything. A bit of everything. I do have a Spotify playlist that I link on Twitch, but I don't have the link to it right now, so that's not ideal, is it? Go on. Oh, what a delivery. You send them out, 6 minutes later, goal. If I look at my playlist and read it, this is an idea, so there'll be some names you probably won't even know here. So, Ross Copperman, Green Day, Take That, Michael Jackson, Snow Patrol, Harry Styles, Madonna, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Eminem, Fatboy Slim, Justin Timberlake, The Tintings, My Chemical Romance, Creed, Rudimental, Lupe Fiasco, Labyrinth, Craig David, Basement Jaxx, Emily Sandé, John Legend, Kasabian. That's an idea. Alicia Keys, Limp Bizkit, The Pussycat Dolls, McFly, Maroon 5. That's my Spotify playlist. Oh, Boris. What am I drinking? Blackcurrant. I think it might be apple and blackcurrant. They call it the new Ibra. Yeah. Thoughts on Spurs? What, generally or against Bayern? I feel like anything I say has already been said about what happened against Bayern. I don't think Spurs should worry, though. I think everyone should just be relaxed. Treasure Planet is a Disney film. Oh, okay. I see. That sounds like a FIFA place. That's very 2000. That's true, actually. It is very 2000. My recent music is like, I don't really listen to a lot of latest new stuff. Keep saying show us newbie. This guy, is it? Jeez, I've never seen. I mean, you've put it in the chat 6 times, I know. Why do you care? What's so special about him? I'm so confused. This guy. There you are. Was that worth it? I hope so. Again, I've made no subs, but we keep winning, so I don't really mind. Waste a bit of time, make sure they can't score. I'm a cricket fan, Ben. We talked about this yesterday a little bit. Not really. Like, that's unfair, really. I am a cricket fan. I used to be a big cricket fan. I used to play a lot as well. I've even represented Great Yarmouth at cricket. That's how big a cricket person I am. That was in my youth, though. That is not recent. But yeah, I fell out of love with it a little bit. Do you think Liverpool have any chance of defending the Champions League title? Of course. They're literally in the competition. So yes, they do have a chance. They're doing it right now. 3 days before we play Watford again. So we're through, though. I mean, that's good, right? I'm resting them all for 2 days. Liverpool beat Leicester, did they? Leeds won, I think I saw there. I missed that. Oh my word. We've got to win this. We've got to win this, right? Oh, we can't not win this. Please. Leicester beat Liverpool on penalties. We've got to win it. Oh. What do you think about the 100 cricket tournament? I don't even know. See, this is what I mean. I don't even know what you're talking about. What's your favorite? What was your favorite team to play as on this game? Ordinarily Liverpool. This year was Norwich, though. I had a Norwich save that I really liked. Carabao bottling coming. I hope not. Can we check how Boston are doing? Sure. They are probably going to get relegated out of League 2. Rob France is there. Stambouli in charge, so it's not looking good for them. They need me back, obviously. He's the only player that was there when I was there, pretty much. I don't even know if he'd actually played for them. I remember I'd signed him, but he never played. I never actually played with him. And you remember Jay Bye, of course. Penalty Supremo, mate. My stream save this year is going to be a lower league save as well. We're going to kick off a lower league journey with someone. Not sure who yet. The 100 is the new format. 15 overs and 1 turn ball over. Oh, right. It's quite interesting. What was your favourite teams or players on this game? Sorry. What other sports do you like besides football? A mixture. My top 3 over my life are probably badminton. Probably up there. I used to be proper good at badminton when I was younger. What else? No one was expecting that, I feel. But I used to play badminton at college, and I was good at it. There was just this one guy that was better than me out of the whole college, and he played for the county, and I wasn't as good as him, which was a shame. What else do I like to play? So I like to play all sport, really. I'm one of those people that doesn't really, outside of football, I don't play or do. I did well when I was younger anyway. I used to play a bit of everything. I used to play rugby. I used to play basketball for school. I used to play cricket for school. Like, I used to be in all like the sports teams. You know, like there wasn't like I watch if the American football's on, I watch that. If the hockey's on, I'll try and watch a bit of that. Same with the NBA. Like snooker. I think we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? Like I'm the Jordan Henderson of sport. I'm not necessarily a master of any of them. I was good at like a few sports, but like I was okay at snooker. I was okay at all sorts. Just I could turn my hand to a bit of everything. I was always like house captains and things like that at school probably because I was sporty. I was at school. I was like the sporty kid, but I wasn't the only sporty kid. Don't get me wrong. There was lots of sporty kids, but it was certainly something I used to enjoy more than like most other things. What about darts? Yeah, played a bit of darts. I used to have a dartboard in my room, but it made me fat, so I had to get rid of it. That is a joke, obviously, viewers. It wasn't that. It was the food. But these things happen. I got old, stopped caring, got a girlfriend. Then it was just downhill. So, any advice for any young men out there that are worried about putting on a bit of weight? Just don't get a girlfriend because you'll get comfortable and it'll be a disaster. You need to be on the prowl in a consensual way. Oh yeah, tennis. Tennis is up there for me. I used to play a lot of tennis. I can't believe I didn't mention tennis. I love tennis. I knew I was missing a sport. It was tennis. I used to play a lot of tennis when I was younger. Again, that was something I used to enjoy a lot. I used to play at like a local club sometimes. It was great. We didn't really play tennis at school though. Randy Deckers, you randy little so-and-so. Will Liverpool win the league? Maybe. What do you think? I think that's a good chance. I don't know why not. I think City are very good though. I mean, this so far is a pretty dominant start. 2 minutes in, we're looking pretty good. You're a semi-professional darts player. You're offended by that comment. Sorry, it was comical. It was a joke. It was just a joke. Yeah, football coaching badges, right? Yeah. I mean, I probably have to renew them. I got them ages ago. So while I've done courses, like I think I probably have to renew them all because I'm like they run out. It's like I've done a Dorman's course, and I'm pretty sure after like 4 years that runs out, 3 years that runs out. So I probably have to renew that as well. But you have to pay like £400 to renew it. So, I feel like we're going to score here. I've got a feeling, viewers. Ready? Stay tuned. Here it comes. 3, 2. Oh, didn't happen. I made a mistake. I got it wrong. Thank you for the like spike, by the way, up to 82. You see, Remy, I'm telling you. Women are the problem. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Is Ellie is here? I should probably not say this out loud. I mean, women are great always. At half time, then 1-0. It was such a hot start, and then it's gone so quiet. Much like our relationship. No, again, joking. It's a great relationship, 24/7. I'm happy so far. In fairness, me and Ellie don't argue, so we get on quite well. It helps when you don't argue. We bicker about little things, but we don't ever argue. What a save that was. Did you see that, viewers? That madness right there. I don't know what this Exeter Devon Derby thing is all about, but people are getting mad for it. Ahmad, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Right, Gibbs, unbelievable. No, not in the league. Oh my God, he's hit the post. That's pretty rare, that sort of chance. United are beating Bournemouth pretty comfortably. Keeling doing pretty well. Deckers is struggling. Why does it do this? Does anybody know why it does this randomly? There we go. Guendouzi's coming on for Deckers. We're going to go to we're going to switch to the formation, basically. Play those two in there like that. There we go. Just going to shut up shop a little bit. Play a little bit more defensively. I'm going to bring Ray on for 20 minutes as well. Bit of fresh legs, fresh impetus. And then I'm going to encourage. They're frustrated by the feedback. Brilliant. Why? Why would you be frustrated by encouraging? It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic to that. Should never be frustrated. Oh my god. This is just bound, isn't it? Oh, flipping it. We'll go cautious. I'll make another change. Bring the clock down a bit. There we go. Break this play up. Take a 1-0. Get out of there. Where are we? Well, we're still so attacking. Alright, that's okay. Delete. Just be calm, mate. Do not get tackled in there. Lovely. When I'm singing like a skipper meal, but when I'm in a relationship, never. I feel it. The only time I think I've ever seen you come quite close to Bicket is when you drank her juice on stream. It's pretty close. No, she gets annoyed when I play FIFA. I did it earlier on. She got annoyed at me because I banged the desk. I conceded late doors. I really want to do it now, but I won't. I can't believe it, viewers. I'm pretty annoyed. I don't want to see a replay. 94th minute. Are you joking? Is there time? Gib. Surely not. The ultimate Twitter. Okay, end the game there then. I can't. We've bottled it, viewers. We've actually bottled it. The time of those goals is quite comical. We scored in the first minute and they scored in the last minute. What the in between was. If you turned up late and went home early, you'd be livid, wouldn't you? Fuming. You've missed those skits from Salford and Palmer. Well, you might enjoy Glory Hunter then. Oh, just get me out of this game. I'm just on autopilot. I'm fuming. Oh, what made you do these live streams this week? I just wanted to chill out and play FM, and I didn't want to have to I didn't want to have to wait to then record a video. And I wanted to connect with the people a bit more, you know? This is a good way of doing that. I don't always talk to the people that watch on YouTube. But I do, like, you're all on Twitch. But it's cool to see people that comment in the chat. Although if I search some of these names, I'd be disapproving of some of you. I read all the comments. They're not all nice. Randy Diamond over Randy Deckers. I believe it. That's the truth. All right, 6 days before Bournemouth, who've just been battered by United. What are you going to do after this ends and before FM20? I'm going to chill and reassess everything and come back stronger. Little rebrand probably in there. And I'm going to be ready to fire on all cylinders. We're going to have a sick year. I promise. Get out. Get out of my office. Well, thanks in the mixer. Me too. Benji 2020. The political campaign. Do you hardly do YouTube streams? No, because I'm loyal to the people that have been over there on Twitch for however long. Right? And I don't think they mind. They understand that, especially if they're like subs or anything, they understand that I'm streaming on here because the series is on here. And anything else I do will be over on Twitch. So I wanted to connect with the people. Is that my new line? I click on the stream and within 5 seconds the bottling occurs. I know. Up until this point, it's been pretty well, Matthew. So if you want to leave, mate, that'd be great. Because I think you'll find it's been a sensational stream so far. I said we'd win 4 of these games though, so we've got to beat Bournemouth and Wolves. But we got an actual break over Christmas. Like a little mini winter break, which is good news. The January's coming up. I don't think I'm going to buy anyone. So I'm sorry if that's going to be really mundane. But I don't think, based on how the league table's looking, based on how the squad's looking, I need to buy anyone. I think we're in a good position. And we're already failing FFP, so I can't really afford to bring anyone in. And we don't have the budget, really, to go out and buy someone. The only way we'll get someone is if the board say, here's 60 million if you want to go and buy, I don't even know what. I don't really need anything. A right winger, maybe? Discuss the issue with... Okay. If a bid comes in, mate, you can go. I'm going to let him go for 35, but... Okay, that's fine then. Hoosman wants to leave. He's 30 years of age on a big contract. Probably helps with FFP. Thoughts on the Liverpool game yesterday? It was good, really good. Then not very good. Then good. Buy someone to weaken your rivals. If I could buy Zaruki, I would. That'd be gamed. I wouldn't even play him. I'd just put him in the reserves. But I don't think they'll sell me their best striker for 60 million. I've only got 20 to spend right now, I think. So it's not perfect. But the next game, Bournemouth in a couple of days. Got to win it, viewers. Got to win it. And if you like, with these two games should be quite routine. We'll do some proper Q&A. So if you've got any questions you ever wanted to ask me and you've not written in the comments yet, now is your time. If you've got any questions. Equally, if you're watching on the VOD and you're thinking, oh, we should ask the question, leave it as a comment. I look through all the comments before I start streaming from the day before. So I'll answer them in tomorrow's stream if anyone fancies. So now's a good time. I'll answer anything you've got. Any question you've got, I'll do my best to answer it. If you don't win Champions League and Carabao Cup, then it's a bottle job. I agree, mate. So stay tuned, because I'm going to do it. If Matthew leaves and comes back, you'll make a new bottle job. Yeah, that's true, actually. You should probably stay. We've thought this through, clearly. Right, we're saving. Again, good time to ask a question is right now. I'll answer all and everything. My eyes are fixated upon the chat. Are any of the squad facing the game players? Yeah, a few. How are the legs doing? Good question. Yeah, they're good. I walked about, I reckon, maybe 30 miles in New York over a week. So, yeah, they're good. They're really good. My facing the game players, by the way, are like Nelson, Guendouzi, Delit are still here. When you say rebrand, do you mean a new name? No, not a new name. We'll stick with Dr. Benji. But I am going to go for a colour shift and some graphical shifts. So we'll do that. Did I go to university? I did not go to university. Me and college didn't really get on. I think if you'd have told my school teachers that I wouldn't have gone, they'd have been really shocked. But no, I didn't go. Why do you think there's been a decline in interest for FM YouTube or YouTube FM content this year? I think the game didn't look overly different, so there wasn't a desire to come and play it. I also think Football Manager did a lot of personal streams themselves, which they put out as content, and that was where a lot of people went to find out about the game, and as a result, the community that made videos didn't get as much attention as it normally does, so that harmed it. Whether they do that this year again, I don't know. I don't think there's any game-changing features either, and I think people who watch content took a bit of a year off this year, which I totally get. I mean, I think that's completely normal. To watch Football Manager video series year on year on year on year can be just as like repetitive as playing them. So I think a lot of people took a year off, and hopefully, by the idea of them taking a year off, they'll be back, and I'll be there ready with a new series, which has got a real like exciting element to the series with Glory Hunter. So I think there's lots of factors, to be fair. Hey Ben, what's some of your hobbies? I don't know, I've not ever written a list out, so now I'm trying to think of things. I used to like poker was one for a long time. I guess it's not really a hobby anymore though. I'm a gamer. I like playing games quite a lot. Like I like playing with people that I like and just chilling out. I often just sit in my office and listen to music, don't do anything else. So I guess music's a hobby, is it? Like going to the cinema with Ellie. We like going to I'm so old, viewers. We like going to like homeware stores and just walking around and picking things we would like to get. Like I bought that picture over there. I don't know if you can see it in the distance. That was literally just homeware store stuff. Like, oh yeah, I'll get that. Let's take that home and not put it up. It's a problem. Right, let me fire through some more of these questions. Are we getting another late night Ben? Probably on stream. The stream have seen loads of late night Ben. The YouTube less so much. You put before Parma drama, and I don't know what you mean by before Parma drama. What do you think about Wolves this season so far? How do you think they'll end up in the league? I think they're suffering from having too small a squad, which will affect both the league and the Europa League. So yeah, it's not perfect. Vimto Ribena, Vimto probably. Who's getting relegated from the Premier League this season? Sheffield United, Southampton, Manchester United. No, I don't know. I think it's too early to say. So I'll just be guessing. Can you give some relationship advice, please? I like this girl who I know, but I'm too scared to her. What should I do? You need to pretend you're not scared and tell her that you like her. And the cool thing that might happen is she might turn to you and say, "I like you too," and then you like each other and you live happily ever after. That sounds very like storybook, but that's what you have to do. Because if you never do it, you'll regret not doing it. So just tell her you like her. And if she says no, she wasn't the right person for you. And if she says yes, then it could blossom into something lovely. So why not? Otherwise, you'll just spend the rest of your life wondering, I should have said something, or like, I don't know, just ask her. What's the worst that can happen? I know what the worst that can happen is. You might be quite friendly with her and you don't want her to not be your friend. You'd rather have her a friend than nothing. But if you want it to be something more, then I think you should, if you're really good friends with her, you should put the feelers out. Just ask her. You don't have to be weird about it. You just have to just ask her. Any thoughts on what will work with? Hang on what you will work with if you left YouTube? I would love to go into esports, or some sort of brand management. I think, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe down the line. But I would love to have some sort of role in esports, probably on like a player liaison or event management type thing. What's your height in meters and centimeters if possible? I don't know, but look up 6'2". It's that. Have you ever been Fly 2 songs? I don't think so. Next year seems to have even less game-changing features. That seems close to right. Hi all, fairly new to FM. Can kit packs and squad updates be easily downloaded on Mac as well as PC? I'm not the person to ask, but I think they can be, as we score a very important goal that I don't know if United are losing again, but it looks like they might be. Excellent. We love going to IKEA. We don't actually have an IKEA, but we'll go to the range quite a lot. Do you think Football Manager should have more of a backstory? Or what do you mean by that? I don't really know what you mean, but I'm interested to know what you mean. Went to New York for WrestleMania earlier this year, and I'm like you. I feel like I've unfinished business. Hell of a place, my friend. Hell of a place. Thoughts on Newcastle? Mike Ashley just doesn't care, and it's not fair on the fans, but they're a bit powerless. Football like fans are quite powerless, and that's just another example of it. Any pets? Any pets? Ellie wants a cat, but I'm allergic to cats and dogs. Like, not super allergic, but if I'm with them for a long time, like, my chest starts to seize up, which isn't great. 6'6". Oh, mate, don't even... That trip sounds horrible. What YouTubers do I watch? I'll open up my subscriptions and tell you. Optic Hex, Paul Machin, MHTV, Philip DeFranco, James Lawrence Alcott, Optic Big Timer, 100 Thieves, Second Yellow Card, Life of Tom, Bon Appetit, Hashtag United, Sorted Food, the Premier League, Sam 5000, Football Manager, actually put up a video, the Vlog Brothers, Richard Lewis. I watched Shane Dawson's thing recently, Statman Dave, Christopher Proud, unbelievable. So yeah, those ones. Why Sheffield United's everyone's first choice to get relegated, especially after a decent start? I think the squad depth and history suggests that they might suffer and go down. I don't want them to, by the way. And I was sort of joking anyway. I wasn't really thinking about it. How are we not scoring? To guard the goal is to guarding the goal phenomenally well in the final minute. Morris, surely a goal's coming from this. Lahida, there you go. Plan to watch Joker? Probably. Are you good at FIFA? I used to be way better at it. I think if I play a lot this year, I'll get good at it. That's like that's the secret tip to get good at anything, is just do it a lot. Like when I was really good at Call of Duty, I used to play it a fucking lot. Like, and the same with FIFA. When I was good at FIFA, I used to just play a lot. So I reckon if I log 200, 300 Ultimate Team games in the next few months, then I'll be decent. At the moment, I'm probably like a 7 out of 10 player. Like, I'll beat most people, but there'll be people that will definitely beat me. Maybe like 7.5. At pro clubs, I'm like a 9 though. I think I play any for pro clubs, and I'm pretty good at that. Like we always win Division 1 every year, so I think we're solid at that. Very happy with the way you've played. We'll take a 2-0 though. A lot of cooking. Yeah, I'm into cooking channels. Well, those two in particular, Bon Appetit and Sorted Food. I've watched Sorted for like 10 years though. I just think their content is like considerably good. Is it still Optic Hex? Good point. Is it NRG Hex? Can't get used to that. Who's someone you look up to when you were young? My dad? That was it, really. Like, I didn't really look up to celebrities that much. There were footballers that I wanted to be like when I was younger. Like, I wanted to play in a certain style, and there was footballers I used to watch and think, oh man, I wish I could do what he does. But yeah, probably my dad. And like cousins and things like that. Because they're people that influence me. No, a cultaholic in that list. Oh, they are on the list. I just didn't say their name. Sorry, cultaholic boys. I was reading down the list on the left of things that I need to watch. Have you been invited to the FM studios this year for the YouTubers Cup? Nope, I have not. I will say that last year we hadn't been invited by this point. So, who's your favourite footballer of all time? My favourite player was Xabi Alonso. I used to love him. That was the player I used to look at all the time and think, I want to be like him. He's really good. Will there be an end of career, a highlight review video? Do you mean for Arsenal? Yes. Would FIFA come to the second channel? It has before, and I didn't finish the series, which makes me hesitant to do it again because I don't want to let people down. Especially as I've got a series on there right now that hasn't finished. So, but again, that City series can be continual, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm a Hex fan rather than an Optic fan, it turns out. So I might have missed some questions there. If you want to ask them again, feel free. Advice if you know someone who struggles with mental health, feel a bit helpless at the moment with a close friend. I mean, I was someone that struggled with mental health. I don't know if you've watched my mental health video, Harry. You should let me know if you have in the comments. Just say yes, I watched the mental health video, or no, I didn't watch the mental health video, so I know, because otherwise if you vote yes or no, I'll probably miss it. But watch that. See if you get anything from that. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. My advice would be, as I say in the video, not every day has to be a bad day, and not every bad day means a bad life. And everyone has bad days, and that was a big moment for me, was realising that actually I'm having bad days rather than a bad life, and I need to try and have less bad days and focus on having good days. And that was a big shift for me. But it took me a long time. You have a lot of days where you think today's going to be the start of the new Ben, and what actually you need to do is just focus on having good days, and then you realise that actually you're having lots of good days, and life is less painful than it was before. What are your favourite movies? The Dark Knight trilogy is right up there. Shawshank Redemption, Catch Me If You Can, The Blind Side, The Mighty Ducks. Legit. Infinity War, the Avenger films. Those ones. Who's your favourite basketball player? I honestly don't have one. I'd just be lying and saying LeBron James because he's popular. You should do a video where you pronounce or do all the videos where you mispronounce. You can make it and I'll upload it if you want. Are there any other cities that you should consider building in City Skylines? We might do London, potentially, or anywhere really, anywhere interesting. But let's get New York done first. Do you remember Guti from Real Madrid? I'm 29. Yes, I remember Guti. All right. Well, Harry, as I said before, do your best to treat every day as a better day. It doesn't have to, like I say, a bad day doesn't mean every day has to be bad. It just means you've had a bad day and it's something you can overcome, you know. Catch Me If You Can. How old are you? I mean, when did Catch Me If You Can come out? It's been on again. I didn't see it at the cinema. Do you have a favourite CS team? It used to be in order. It used to be TSM when Carrigan was at TSM, when they were Danish. Then it was Na'Vi. Then it was probably Cloud9. And now I don't really have one. The problem with for CS, the players change all the time. Like, I quite like watching Mouse, because again, I quite like Carrigan. But yeah, it's very difficult to stay on top of everything. But I've probably been watching it for about 5 years. So, have you seen any of the Rambo films? I haven't actually. I've also never seen a Rocky film, which, considering I'm big into boxing, that's one of the sports I really like as well. So much so I couldn't remember. But and UFC, it was hard to think about on the spot. But yeah, I watch both of those, but not religiously. I'm more boxing than I am UFC by far. I tweet about boxing quite a lot if you follow me. Catch Me If You Can is from 2003. Well, one, I was probably 13, but I probably didn't watch it until I was like 15, 16. And it's brilliant. It's such a good film. It's in that like Social Network, Inception category for me of films I really like that are like one-off films. I like a lot of Tom Hanks films as well. Like, there's certain actors I used to watch. I used to watch when a Will Smith film used to come out. I used to watch every Will Smith film. Not so much anymore. But he went through that period of doing like iRobot, Hitch. There was loads. I can't even think about the other one. Hancock was probably in there as well. There were like loads of Will Smith films that came out sort of in the mid 2000s, and I would just watch all of those. You must see the first Rocky. I think I've watched like the first half an hour of it, but then just got distracted. Yes! Come on. 50 points that puts us on. This league's ours, boys. Did I watch Creed? Yeah, I've seen the Creed films, weirdly. Hey, my shoes are untied. I'm not wearing socks, so I don't think I'm wearing shoes. Have you seen Seven? Yes. I think so. If it's what I'm thinking. Oh, no, I'm thinking something else. No, is Seven a horror film? Or am I going crazy? No, Seven's not a horror film. Seven's got Kevin Spacey and Brad Pitt in, and Morgan Freeman. This looks like the sort of film I would really like. Why have I not seen this? Right, I'm going to put that on my to-watch list. That looks like the sort of film I would really love. Right, I'm going to get on that. Is it good, yeah? Has everyone else seen it? Is it a good film? Favorite type of tea or coffee? I have my tea. I've actually changed. Like 5 or 6 years ago, I used to have it quite milky with the sugar in. Now I have it less milky with no sugar. And coffee, I have a coffee called Mellow Birds. I don't know if anyone's heard of Mellow Birds or has Mellow Birds, but that's my go-to coffee, is Mellow Birds. It's nice. It's very good. Got ya. You should see all the Fincher movies. Is that David Fincher? Am I right in thinking? I did film A level. Is that bad? I did a film and media A level, and I've never seen the Rockies, and I've never seen Seven. I've seen a lot of films though. Has horror elements, but not horror. Okay, I don't mind that. I just hate horror films. I'm not into horror films at all. I don't understand why people like them. I don't enjoy being sat, especially in a cinema, with people ready to be jump scared and feel anxious for like 2 hours. Not for me. Not for me. £7 came out around that time as well, 2008. Well, thank you, Tom Wheatcroft. Cheers to you. Who's going to win the KSI Logan Paul fight? Their bank accounts. No, I think if we're completely honest, and I would like JJ to win, but Logan's just bigger, stronger, in my opinion. So I'd be amazed if Logan didn't win. I want JJ to win because I think Logan Paul's a bit of a wally, obviously. But yeah, I think he'd probably win. I think based on how decent he was in the first fight with almost like no training comparatively to like boxers, then I think Logan will win. Depends how fit Logan can get, really. But I think Logan knocks KSI out quite early on. I don't want him to, but I think he probably will. I think his size is a big factor, I really do. I thought JJ did really well in the first one, not to get beat as well. You know the way Cup goalkeeper is a new squad status in FM20? Do you think he'll automatically put that keeper in the starting 11 if you quick pick? Probably. I'd be surprised if it didn't. This has been a really solid performance here, by the way. There we go. Now it's a system. Unfortunately, I have a fractured ankle, so I'm working from home. That means I still get to tune into your live stream whilst I work. Well, happy days then. You've won the prize, if anything. Whatever the prize is, you've won the prize. We will stream this again next week, by the way, viewers. I don't know if there'll be one on Saturday. There will be one on Friday, tomorrow. But whether there is one... That's a good question, actually. Whether there's one at the weekend or not, I don't know. What are the games on this weekend? Let's have a look, shall we? So, Saturday, maybe. Maybe Saturday. Not the Sunday, though, I don't think, because there's lots of games on the Sunday. Oh, I don't know. I think on either Saturday or Sunday, there will be a stream from me. I just don't know what day it'll be. Thoughts on the future of contact sports in terms of head injuries, temporary substitutions for concussion, assessments and football? I worry about that a little bit in football because you might have more muscle injuries from players coming on who aren't ready to come on. But overall, I think if there's any concerns with things like concussion, they should be taken off and not come back on anyway. To be honest, I think if there's even the slightest chance they've got a concussion, it's not worth it. So get them off. Is how I feel about it. He does score a lot. Sandu is good. Only 12-year-old dudes care about KSI and the other dudes. I mean, it's just not true, is it? You gotta remember, KSI's audience 6 or 7 years ago. People forget this. People just assume this isn't a thing. But KSI's audience 5 or 6 years ago was like 13 to 20-year-olds probably in that 7 age bracket. So now his audience are 20 to 27, and now he's bringing in a new audience. That's why he's got 20 million subscribers. That's why all these YouTubers that have reinvented themselves continue to be big and continue to grow, because they like appeal to the audience they used to have and the audience they still have. So the idea that all his audience 12, like a very, very small percentage of KSI's audience are 12, like tiny percentage comparatively. What I sense it as is that you've got friends probably that like him and you don't like him, so you just decided that they're all 12. Yes! We're back. Yeah, sure, we drew twice. We won 4 games, though. I said it at the start of the December period. I reckon there's 4 winnable games in there. Do you know what I like most about this stream, viewers? Now, don't doubt my team's pretty good, and I bought well. But I am using this system, bear in mind. And if it's not obvious, I'm very good at this game. So anyone that gives me shit in videos, I don't know why it doesn't work sometimes. It makes me more sad than anyone. But I'm not absolutely awful at it. I've created a tactic that's mine. I didn't download it from anywhere. You know, I figured it out. I've made decent substitutions as and when. I'm excellent. We'll bet with Ben Burek in a turn. I actually have been doing it. I just don't post it. I just don't shove it down people's throats, really. I just post the actual one if people care, like just occasionally, like in case people are interested. Are we going to get a financial update here about if I'm getting some money to spend, or is the expectations the same, or are the expectations the same? I suspect they're the same then, which is probably to win the league. Now I think about it. Do you remember any old wacky regen names from FMs? Oh, I don't know. I wish I'd made a list, because there are some bangers. If you could change one thing about the FM game, what would it be? I'd make a really solid drop-in online mode that could be played all the time and streamed all the time and have series made about all the time and be really good and fun for everyone to play. But they've not announced that for this year, so let's assume it's not a thing. I just joined. What the hell's that? It's my genius is what it is. Look at that. We're on fire. We are on fire. Could probably win the FM tournament. What, the one I'm putting on? I don't know if he'll get an invite, so we'll see. But no, obviously not. It's probably no. Should get some more details about that later this week or early next week. Planning events takes ages. I hate it. If I'd just done it on my channel on my own, it would have been done by now. But yeah. Any F1 roles you've not used much? I've used inside forwards this year more than ever before. But that's not what you asked. You asked the ones I don't use. Not used libero this year. Never used the inverted wing backs or inverted wingers. Ramdos I've used a bit. Wide target man I've used a bit. Not loads though. Not really used Regisas this year. Or halfbacks. All the others I've used. And I've not really used Chequatista this year. I've used Enganche a little bit. Shadow Striker a little bit. And I've used all of them at some point. Literally all of them. Yeah. Koeman's got an injury or needs a rest. We're playing Ipswich. Is this the cup game? I think what I'm going to do today, folks, is I'm going to play through half of it. Because we're playing a lot of games, like compared to what we played the other day. So we played that yesterday, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And in this one, we've already played that many, which is 8. So yeah, I was going to play through to about there. Maybe we'll play the Chelsea one as well. But the only reason for that is because the second half of the season is actually a lot smaller. Like there's only 4 games in Feb. So I can get through these a little bit quicker. We can probably, like, our final episode or final stream will probably be that. It'll depend on the Champions League probably. But it'll potentially be that. So we'll see. I can say that. It'll depend on Europe. So I think we're going to play about 4 more today. Which should bring us around to about 2 hours, I think. Is there a role you ever avoid playing on FM? Not really avoid. Yeah, Segundo Volante is good this year. Is Proudy going to do the Proudy effect again this year? Yeah, we have to force him to do it. I hope he does it, though. I just think it's funny because we're, like, a bit older now. And, like, Joe's been up to all sorts since we last did the series. So me questioning Joey will be great. I hope there's lots of you here that watch the Proudy Effect. If you don't know what it is, the Proudy Effect is a Pro Club series, FIFA Pro Club series we did, which was just like, I hate to use this word really, because I've never really liked it, but it was just banter central, viewers. It was so fun. You could have loads of cup games, that is true. How do you come up with these formations, Ben? You just have to be prepared to try stuff. I've never, ever downloaded a tactic and used it. I might do a series this year where I try download people's tactics and review them and call it Tactic Review or something. I don't know. I mean, good name, right? Catchy name. I might think of a better name than that first. Have you ever played a match at 1-1? Speed with no highlights. I don't think so. How much FIFA have you played? I don't know how many hours, but I played a fair amount. Where is the Pro Club series to watch? It's on Proudy's channel. If you type in the phrase "the Proudy effect," you'll find 30 episodes of it. It's so fun to watch. Like I go back and watch it all the time, arrogantly. I love it. How did you guys meet? I just probably made videos and someone linked me once and I watched one and I thought, they're not that good, but he seems nice. And then, yeah, been friends ever since. For like 3 or 4. And then I've been to New York with the boy, so I must like him a little bit, right? At least a little bit. If we don't win this like 7-0, by the way, I'll be a bit annoyed. Does Boston not do that? I honestly had no idea, but that's cool. Penalty. I want to see you make a super tactic work. We did one on stream. We used a libero. We put Ruben Neves in as a libero when he was at Porto. It's a great penalty. Great cross as well. Jesus. Gibb racing forwards. Oh, what a run. The best left back in world football for a reason. We've hit the post. Missed the penalty. Hit the post. We're still 1-0 up. We're about 70% of the ball. And Jack, how did you meet? I was a fan of Jack. I watched his videos. He was the first Football Manager YouTuber I saw that I thought he gets YouTube. He gets it. Like I don't know what he does differently, but he gets it. And I watched him for like a year without ever making contact with him. It was when he did a series called the FC United Manchester Save. It was brilliant. And I watched those pretty much every day. I used to watch them all the time. It was the first like Football Manager series I watched, and I messaged him one day and asked him how he records his videos, and he just replied with, "I've got an in-game capture card," and I thought, well, I haven't got a computer, so that's going to be difficult. Where am I going to put it? And then Ellie bought a new laptop that Christmas, and then I streamed on it in like the March-April period after he encouraged me to. And then obviously we both became YouTubers. I missed out the part where we knew each other for like... After that, we played like Call of Duty together once, and then just befriended each other for a long time. And then he used to stream, and I used to just be like a mod in his stream, and he used to chat in his stream. And now we're good friends. I'm seeing him soon. I'll start rewatching it after this. Excellent. Did you guys know each other before YouTube? No, we didn't. But for those that don't know, he did work at Sports Interactive for 9 months or something. The weirdest thing, for those that don't know, if they don't know who Work the Space is another Football Manager creator, by the way. We were born in the same hospital. What are the odds? We were born in the same hospital. He's got a family in Lincolnshire and was brought up in Lincolnshire. I was brought up in Norfolk, but he's got family that live in Norfolk, and I've got family that live in Lincolnshire. And we both support Liverpool, and we're both Football Manager YouTubers. It's a bit weird, especially as we were born in the same hospital. But yeah. Get some good pizza while you're away. I did have one pizza. I didn't get it from like a traditional pizza place, by the way. If this isn't 10-0, I'm going to be annoyed. There was a restaurant underneath where we were staying, and like there's a restaurant at the bottom of the apartment block, and that was really good. I had an absolute ball when I was away. I'm not gonna lie, it was so good. The FM hospital, and it featured the front of the hospital featured in Boston Boys. Hence, Boston Boys was a series, which I'm sure lots of you now know. 5.5 at half times, pretty good when you've missed a penalty. I would quite like some more goals though. No, he's a good lad, his old Peachy. Are you close in age with Jack? I always forget how old he is. I think he's 25, 26. I can't remember. I think he's 25, so I'm a couple of years older. I say a couple when I actually mean a few, but a couple makes it sound like I'm not as old. See, scale nuts. What you've done there is type something in my chat that got caught by the YouTube algorithm of comments. So now only I can see it, and I have to decide whether I time you out or ban you from my chat. And now you've put sorry wrong chat, and no one knows what you've put other than me. What a world. Jack seems a little older. Yes, I'm so young and hip. Dum. Who's the best keeper you've had in FM? Where does Gentile rank? Oh, probably top 5, to be honest. He's really good. But he's no Marky Parky, is he? I forget the guy's name. There's a keeper I had at Swindon that was unbelievably good. Neri was good at Parma. I've had some good ones. 6-0 looks like it's going to end 6-0. Was he on a hat-trick? Is he going to be mad? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Marky Parky. He's probably top 5 though. He's really good. Garrido at Villa was pretty good as well, to be fair. I think my highest goalkeeper in my top 25 players though was Emery, wasn't it? Michael Emery. Play any Sunday League 5 side? Not anymore. I used to a lot though. Back in the day, I'm not allowed to play contact sport anymore, so I can't play. My legs don't really work. They do work. I can walk and jog, but beyond that, I'm basically dead. So That's a penalty. Not a penalty, but that's a red card and a free kick. What's the best stadium you've been to? Wembley? It's a bit of an airport, Wembley, but it's a great stadium. What a free kick. 7-0. Sorry, Spurs fans. You're not enjoying that number at the moment, are you? I was going to say, yeah, probably Wembley. Wembley's a brilliant stadium. It really is. It's so good. I get people probably don't. There'll be a lot of people that don't like it, but yeah, Wembley's really good. It's not Anfield. It's not as special as Anfield. It's not got the history or the charm of Anfield, but as a place to watch football, it's very good. Do you need playing sports then? Not at the moment. I want to get back into badminton though, because it's non-contact obviously, and it's a really good way to keep fit. So I might have to get back into that at some point. I need someone to play with though. I don't have anyone to play with. Madison Square Garden is also a spectacular arena. Confirmed. I've been 5 times now to Madison Square Garden, which seems crazy to me. Crazy. 7-0. We'll take it. Is that what I requested? 7. Before I changed it to 10, I think I did. Well done, boys. Pleased with the victory. We basically played just like a strong side. Yeah, table tennis. I could play tennis as well. Is Andy Tano still playing? No, sadly not. Right, let's have a look here. Not doing the press conference. Carabao Cup, Southampton, and then Huddersfield, I think. Thoughts on the East Anglian derby? Will it be United next season? No, probably not. There's a chance though, but I don't think so. I think Norwich will stay up. Just join a club with Ellie, and then you might make a new body now because Ellie's terrible at sport, so she's just not very coordinated. She would still play though because she's nice. But I want someone who's like good. I'd have to find someone that's actually good at badminton. I'll accept the current vision. What's my contract at the moment? I'm getting a massive wage rise. What? They won't give me an extra $5,000 a week for a 4-year deal. I'm locked in. How much longer are we streaming for? A little while. So if you've still got things to ask or points to make, I'm still going to listen and respond. Went to New Japan show with my girlfriend. She fell asleep halfway through because of the jet lag. Oh, that's sad. Oh, I didn't sleep on the flight home. I'm still not good. Like, I'm still not over it yet. I'm still definitely feeling it. Do you know what I've not done yet? I've not put my camera back into position. Shall I take a picture of your chat, everybody? Is it on? There you go. Did you enjoy that? Oh, I can't put it up there because my webcam's there. Brilliant. That's why it's not up there. Because my webcam's plugged in. Or screwed in. Norwich will get 12th. Whoa, slow down. Norwich will get 16th, probably. 16th, 17th. I'm going to get a good team here. I've been getting quite lucky with the draws recently. Oh, Middlesbrough. Take it back. Hopefully the big boys meet. Let's have a look. Not there. Oh, yes, a Manchester derby. Don't mind if I do. Get one of them out of here. Beautiful. Who's this guy? Discuss new contracts. You're not getting a contract. Sorry, mate. Do you use it as your... Hang on. Do you use it as your webcam? I don't use my camera because obviously it's over there and that's on. I use it as my webcam. I use it as my camera for videos though. But not at the moment. Why do you have a ladder behind you? Because it's for the loft and it usually lives outside in the shed. But we need it to put stuff in the loft. It's also because we're climbing up the league and that's the story we're going with. But we currently climb at the moment. We can only step down the league because we're first. 5 points clear. United have a game in hand. Actually, we'll play them tomorrow, so that's good. Leicester, Watford, Sheffield United is their games. What are their games? Whereas we're going to play 3. We're going to play Bristol City, Southampton, and I think Huddersfield. What's the time looking like? Maybe only 2, actually. Because I'm trying to get these at 2 hours. Just around 2 hours. So I think 2 hours is just watchable for someone if they want to keep up and watch every day. But any longer than that, and you're just pushing it a bit. How are your mid-flight meals? Oh, on the way there, it was quite nice. I can't remember what I had. I think I had some sort of like casserole. I can't remember what it was, but it was nice. There was a nice little puddingy cake thing as well. That was good. I think we had some fruit as well, so that was nice. On the way back, we just had breakfast, and I had a full English in a pot, which actually was surprisingly good. I couldn't believe it. It was actually quite nice. Usually plain food's pretty average, but Virgin Atlantic's always been really good. I've never had a bad experience. Do I want to rotate here? No, probably not. Did you do any transfers in Jan? It's currently January. I will not be doing any transfers. I might sell 1 or 2, but I'm not going to bring anyone in unless we sell a big name, which I can't imagine why we would. So we're not going to. We've not got enough money to spend. That's the main reason. We honestly don't really need to strengthen anywhere. We're good in every position right now. It's only right wing, really. And if Reece Nelson was playing worse, I'd consider it. But he's on a 7.3. Like, I can't really improve on that. Everyone's playing really well right now. Like, strikers don't score loads in this system, it feels like. So, I mean, if Boris scores 4 here, I'll feel better about it. But, yeah. It's just going well. It's Ellie with a Y, by the way. So it's easier for anyone who wants to type our name in. Any smaller nation who you like to see doing well? Not really. I can't think of anyone that springs to mind. Is she interested in football? Not particularly. Like, she'll watch it if I watch it. She's more into it now than she was when we first met, let's put it that way. She's not really had a choice, though. Let's face it. Can you show some of the best players from around the big clubs? We can have a little look, sure. I would imagine most of them play in England, though. You've probably seen most of them, to be honest. Oh. There we go. Passionate, you say you've put off so far, there's still room for improvement. It's a decent first leg. You just don't want to concede, really, in these 2-leg cup competitions. The first game, you keep a clean sheet, you give yourself a massive advantage. Have they got Svoboda up front with Mane today? No, they don't. Svoboda's not even on the bench. He must be injured. But they've got Mane, who we had at our club for a bit. Thought that's who it was. Let's get this out. Oh no, Mane. Oof. Makes me nervous. Did you know that Man United haven't lost a game at Old Trafford whilst leading at half time since 1984? Yeah. I think they mention it every game that happens. Does Eddie play FM2? Not really, no. She might give FM20 a go, though. Bit of girlfriend versus FM. Fiancé versus FM. Just realised you can't hear the music, so me singing it is really not worth it. Ooh! We should make a change. We should take this lead, I think, and run away with it. There you are. 2 deep line playmakers on defence. Eve, let's just see this out. Get it done. No. We've taken away all our attacking power. Oh, delete. No. Oh. I'm not a bit nervous here, viewers. I feel like they're going to score. Flipping heck. Flipping heck. People are speculating about CM Punk about WWE. I don't think it's impossible. That's ours. Assume my first FM. Yeah, at some point. Is the Villa Stadium finished? You know what? I didn't even think about that. I don't know. End of this season, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Well, lads could win. I think it's the end of this season. So we won't get to play in it. Shall we check? Villa. Yeah, it's not ready yet. End of this season. Yeah, end of this season. 65,000. It's a big increase. 12,000 increase. Huge. Will there be more F1? What, streaming? What do you mean the sport? I think the sport will carry on. Alright, gang. We're going to call it, I think, on this last game. Because we're getting very close. And this should take about 9 minutes. So it makes sense. So this could be our last one of today. Thanks for tuning in, though. 300 people pretty much all afternoon. Have a good rest of your afternoon. Won't you? And I'll be back at 2 o'clock tomorrow for more. We'll leave that. But we'll round things off against Southampton. And then, yeah, we'll come back. We'll power through the rest of January. This probably gives me the chance to do the rest of January. So we can do there. Oh, there tomorrow. Actually, no, I'll probably finish with Milan tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow, I think. Because we've had quite a lot today. So that'll be tomorrow. Yeah. That's quite a succinct way of doing it. And we should get the Carabao Cup final, if we get there, in that as well. So that'll be good. Of course, there'll be a summary video later on at 5 o'clock. So if you missed any of the stream and you want to find out what happened, there'll be a summary video at 5 o'clock, if you want to keep up. And yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow. But we've got one more to play. So don't go anywhere just yet, because we've still got one to play, viewers. This could be the best one of the whole stream. I don't think we've lost on a final game yet, have we? We beat United, we beat Liverpool. So we should win this one. History is telling us. Thanks, Skepafin. Or is it Skep? Before you go, though, do drop a like on it. You know the phrase. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. All that chat. And yeah, we had a few people to support over on Patreon yesterday as well. So if you're one of those people, thank you so much. There was 3 or 4 new Patreons. If you're interested in supporting me over on there, you can do. There's a link in the description to that, as well as everything else, Instagram, Twitter, all that sort of good stuff. So yeah, get involved. Thank you to those that support on Patreon. That's massively helpful to my life. Is the most simple way of putting it. So thanks, gang. Wasn't the plan to finish Jan today, Ben? Yes, Lamb. And as I've just explained, I want these to be about 2 hours. Oh, there's always that one in there, and it's Lamb. Oh, dearie me. The plan was to finish January, but I don't want to go on for another hour. So, as I've explained, Lamb. I thought it would get through quicker, but December took a long time. Hence, we're just doing one more. If only I'd have explained that, viewers. Come on, then. One more. We've got to beat Southampton. Is this where the spanner comes, though? We've just signed Brian Wilson, apparently. Who actually looks like quite a good young striker from St Mirren. Well, it wasn't me, but we'll take it, you know. Poor Lamb, I know. If it makes you feel better, Lamb, just rewind an hour. Rewind an hour and just watch that again, because then you get an extra hour, aren't you? Right. Is it going to freshen it up a little bit? It did, but not as I really wanted it to. There's a bid on Ray. Is it a loan offer? Yeah. From Milan? Absolutely not. No, I'm going to keep Reece Nelson there. It's a pretty strong lineup. The defence is getting a bit of a rest, and Southampton are quite low down the table, so I don't know why he always targets me. You said it! I'm typing that in as well. Because you said it. That's what, if you didn't say it, you wouldn't get targeted. Targeted. Unreal. You don't know how big the delay was. It's like the police. You attack someone in the street, and then the police arrest you, and they go, "You're always targeting me." aren't you? Why is it always me? Ah, dear. Always targeting me. It'd be nice to get an early goal here, settle some nerves. You just came out from the toilet. Oh, well, I didn't know that, did I? This is the other information he's giving me at the end. Oh, go on. So I would go and stream FIFA after I've done my summary video on Twitch, but I don't want to get angry. I feel quite relaxed right now, as much as Lamb's making it difficult for me. Oliveira. Oh, come on. We've hit the woodwork twice in 5 minutes. We look dominant, though. You got to say, we look good. In every game at the moment, we look dominant. Who's that? Oh, what happened there? That looked weird. That looked really weird. I've only got 10% on my phone. That's what the message was. What a disaster. Let's charge it. Where's my charger? I think it's still in my bag from New York. Remember when phones used to die within 6 hours? I like the fact my phone can last all week now. Love the times when Ben picks up people from the chat and just rants at them. I mean, he comes for me, mate. What's your ultimate team on FIFA? I don't even know how to show it to you. I guess I'd have to use the web app. Right. I've got some decent players. That's going to be a free kick, viewers, I predict. I know what you're thinking. Ben, how would you know? I'll tell you how, because it's always a free kick. Active squad, is that what you have to go on? So at the moment, I'm rocking... I've not actually used it yet. I'm going to do it when I next play. We've scored. Oh, what's a penalty? What? No! There's no way. It was actually a penalty. I'm not having it. There's been a glitch in the system, viewers. I've also got one to watch Hernandez, but this is my current team on Ultimate Team for those that are interested. I'll try not to put it near the ball. That's what I'm using at the moment. It's solid. I packed Allison and Robertson and Jesus. Oh, we've scored again. Randy Deckers is a man on a mission. A man on a bloody mission. It was actually a penalty. I'm not over that. This seemed like quite a good goal. I watched it on OBS. It looked decent. Oh, Randy. Randy. I quite like Lucas. He's decent. But I've got about 100k to spend. I don't really know how to improve my team. That's the problem. I've got 97,000. I should have taken the coins as well on Rivals. I got to rank 1. Could have got 50k, but no. Get the packs, Ben. And I got a Brentford informed striker. I'm furious. And I've just been relegated in Rivals back to Division 5. I'm not happy. It's been a rough morning. Some people just play like idiots. It makes me so cross. Fabrice. Oh, no. Oh, Gentile. It looks like we're going to win this, though, doesn't it? It's looking good. I mean, I don't know how long this is going to take to finish. Half an hour left. We can probably come off attacking here. Oh, my God, they've scored. Arthur with a goal. I think Lahida for Oliveira is probably the move. I'm actually going to bring these guys back as well. This is how for those that are wondering, this is how the formation started. And then we changed it. But I'm just going to give my wingers a bit more cover. If they just play one big ball over the top here. Okay, well, this is just as bad. Oh, no, viewers, it's happening. It's happening. I can't control it. It's happening. No, I'm powerless. Nelson, probably getting booked. No? Okay, good. Nothing's happening. A little bit of a refresh up top. A little bit more defensive. Nelson's free kick taking is godlike. Oh, Deckers is so good. What a man. I don't... Someone said there, what's the point of VAR and FM? Just waste time. I couldn't agree more, to be honest. And it's in there because it's in real football. But I just hate... I said this at the time. I really hate that we have a system now in Football Manager where the game is intentionally getting stuff wrong so it can correct the stuff it got wrong. I'm just so sad about it. So it's now getting stuff wrong on purpose to get it right. I'd rather just not have VAR in Football Manager, to be honest. Just have every decision be right. Although you can have offsides that are wrong in the lower divisions. But it just frustrates me, viewers. But 5 points clear at the top of the table. Things are looking up. I'm positive. I think the league could be ours this year, viewers. I've got a feeling we are gunning for it. We're kicking things off in this fashion. And it's starting well. It's starting well. Again, gang, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm going to do a quick summary video for the guys at 5. But it's a pleasure. Have a good afternoon. I will see you soon. Look after yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And goodbye. We'll always care for this means until next time. See ya. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's got a Parma badge and everything. Wow.